for you to attain a certain level. When we don't have those things, we feel that we don't have the capacity, we don't have the resources for us to rewrite our story, or to we don't feel the power that we have. That we don't see that we have the power for us to transform our life to the next level.
Indeed, I totally agree with that, and I really want for let we save the resources part to the end of the conversation, because a lot of people, like you say, put a lot of emphasis on that when it comes to rewriting your story or deciding like who you're going to be or acting on your dreams or passion. They feel like they can't act on those things without the resources. So like the conversation today, want to show them how you can without resources in the first place. And one of the key things you said just before we came on air was mindset. Like it's about rewiring your mindset. You like everything is down to you. It's in your control, like what you think and what you believe. And you know, there are people that have come from like
nothing,
from the ground, but because their mentality was in a good space, and like they take, not that they don't see failure or they experience failure, they feel and experience those things, but they like brush it off.
They see it as part of the process.
And so they just keep pushing. Like, you're not, like, I know you're telling me no now, but time will come, you're not going to tell me no. And they keep pushing. And one of our guests, Mr. Wealth, that came the other day and was talking about somebody called Oprah Winfrey. For her to be Oprah Winfrey today, it took a lot of failures and rejections from people saying no, that she was too dark, she's ugly, she's this, she's that. And if she had listened, which most of us do, her dream would have been killed.
Yes, let me come in that area. Like I just stated a few minutes ago, that our education has some negative impact in our life. You know, when we are growing up, if you fail, what happens? You are punished. You know, our society used to find us failure. You shouldn't fail in any aspect in your life. You should always be a perfect going on. So, but the reality of life is, failure is part of the process. You have to fail for you to go to the next level. So because of the mindset we have had from the beginning when we were growing up, that failure is a bad thing. You should avoid it by all means. That's the reason why, you know, there are a lot of people today you meet. They have great ideas, they have great talent, but why? They are playing it safe. Because why? They don't want to fail, because they think that if they fail, people will start laughing at them and making them like laughing. So as a result, they avoid it totally. You know, so failure is one of the things. You know, if you want to really achieve your objective, you want to achieve your goals, you need to rewire your mindset. You know, accept failure as part of the process. There's no way you're going to achieve your goal without failing. Elon Musk, who is the richest man in the world, he failed in building the rocket. I think he built the rocket once, the thing failed. Twice it failed, 3 times it failed, making 4. That was the time he made progress. So in life, all of us do fail. Today we are enjoying Starlink, for example. But do you know that it took him more than 10 years to build that network we are enjoying today? So it's a long process. But most people think that, hey, if I study something today, within 1 year, I should succeed.
1 year is fine.
You know, why? Just to impress people. But if we are to really rewrite our stories, first of all, we need to, I would say, like, we need to have that awareness. Look at the way things are going in your life. Are you okay with it? Ask yourself. Be frank with yourself. Are you okay with it? Who are you? Who are you trying to please? Is it people who don't care about you? Your friends you are associated with today, 3 years from now, they will not be in your life anymore. Maybe they will migrate or transfer to some places. You'll be there by yourself. So ask yourself, where really is my life going? So when you evaluate yourself, you take some time, you know, see, what really do you want? For example, I call myself a motivational speaker. You know, a few years ago, I did meet you at the AYV. I did some video skits, and I collaborated with AYV through your help, and AYV aired my program. So from that time, I have not stopped. My goal is to help as much people as I can. Even on my normal Facebook page, what I do is I usually do posts and share with my friends what I think will be beneficial to them. So ask yourself, where do you want to be? From there, I want to be, maybe, let's say, an engineer. Or I want to be, for example, I want to be a coach. I want to be good at what I do. What do I do every day? I make sure every day I post something positive on my platform and share it. Those little things you see, there are people that are seeing it, that are, recognizing and say, wow, Martin, I love what you do. Then they follow. Maybe I might post something today, but it's not of interest to you. Yeah. But the following day, you might get interested in. Exactly. So what will happen? You comment or you follow me. As a result, that's the progress I'm making. So first of all, acknowledge that the life you are living is not the life you really intend to be. From there, picture or have a plan in action. Where do you want to be? When you have identified where you want to be, then start having a plan.
Sure, I totally agree with that. If you're just listening to the radio, this is Radio 97.1 FM, Radio Fry, and you also are able to watch this program on Facebook at Radio Fry. We're continuing with the conversation. Today's topic of conversation is rewriting your own story. Rewriting your own story. And Mr. Stanley here, it's starting us off with identifying your current narrative. Like, what's going to happen now in your life? And then you don't tell, we say, you need for address that one day first, for acknowledge, say, okay, the way how things they go, not so like the way how I want to go. So from then on now, you can now start taking steps to change that. But if you cannot acknowledge your current narrative and where you need to be, then, like he says, you're just playing it safe. And, when we play things safe, it's like being a lukewarm person. Yeah. Like, you're not hot, you're not cold. You're just there. Yes.
So, coming in again about writing your story. For you to write your story, it means the story you are living in today is not a good story. You are tired of it. You want to write a new story. You want to turn to a new leaflet and start all over again. So, for you to do that, you need to take charge of the wheel. You have to take responsibility for your life. This is one of the big things that are missing in most of our young people today. They want things to work, but they don't want to be in the forefront to push the things to work. They have great ideas, but they want people to just, hey, you have, maybe it's a young guy who can sing. They just want people to say, oh, I love the music I can sing. Come, let me promote you. It doesn't work that way. Maybe you are a good carpenter. You can create new good product. You just want people to like, oh, I love what you do, let me promote you. That's the kind of perspective you have. Even though you have the best idea in the world, you have to struggle. Why? Because we are not perfect. So no matter what you do, you have to struggle to take your idea to the next level. Like I said, it took Elon Musk 10 years just to build a Starlink where the world today is embracing. Do you know what went in the background during those 10 years?
Yeah, of course. And people don't realize those things.
Sometimes when you read those stories, you see, you learn from. Okay, so we'll come there later. So the first step is take responsibility for your life. Take responsibility simply means I am in charge of what is happening in my life. If you do that, that will change your life in a very good way.
Indeed. And part of what you're saying, Mary has already started about no blame game and also letting things go. Like, a lot of us have had things happen to us that we're not comfortable with, we're not happy with, we wish it would have happened differently. It's true. Like a lot of people not feel like now you want gain all no. We boku. So it's about healing and letting go and taking charge, like what Mr. Sandy said. The moment you take charge and say, this thing is not going to defeat me, it's not going to make me be a failure in life, I'm going to overcome it, I'm going to ride over it as if it never happened and just look on straight on. Everything changes, and it's important for us to do that. Similar story to Elon Musk is actually, I repeat this every year, is the guy who made Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
And he started his journey of rewriting his story after age 60. He spent his whole life being a complete failure, like every job in the Saka. Job in the Saka. Marriage no work. Picking there, able parents very well. So like nothing was working. Yeah. So he went and sat down on a park, like the recreational park, like similar to golf course place. Yeah. Go sit down there. He talk to God. He say, God, I don't understand. Like everything that I do, I fail. Like what happened? Like if it's for working hard, this guy he works hard because he does every job and he has been a cleaner. And so the thought came to him that, but you did not listen and you have not paid attention that you have a skill in frying chicken. So he listened to that thought and he's like, you can't come and tell me to just fry chicken. But he listened to the thought and he started from there. He changed his narrative and started making small boxes of chicken, deliver to his neighbors, like direct neighbors that are next to him. Those who buy, he takes that money, makes some more until it's the entire street. Makes some more until it's the entire neighborhood. Like where you get God rich.
Yeah.
The entire, they provide for them. Until now, it's a global brand. But he achieved that after 60. He's now in his 80s, heading to 90s. He's a billionaire. But it was when he now decided to change his narrative that things change. And then that's leading us to our next point, which is the power of choice and decision. It has so much power when you take control of the choice and the decisions you make. You want to add to that?
Yes. For example, we'll be in here today. It's a decision that you made. You know, from last year, you decided that let us change the narrative of our programs. Let's start something new. So one of the things most people don't, like I said, most people don't take. When you take responsibility for your life, it changes your life for good. Now, most people blame or always have someone to blame for their circumstances. It's my uncle. The system is not favorable. You know, blah blah blah. Those things you do. According to one book, Success Principles, it stated that for you to take your life to the next level, you need to take 100% responsibility. That everything that has happened to you is because of your decision and the choices you have made. For example, decide if I'm here today, maybe I'm a graduate, I don't have a job. It's because of the area that I choose, the career path that I choose, that maybe it's not marketable in the first place. Now, for example, one of the mistakes most of our young graduates do here is this: the job market today. One of the things you need to have that is very paramount is a computer skill. You know, but it's sad to know that majority of our graduates overlook that step.
And they cheat. So they go find somebody else who knows how to do a dissertation for them, and then you've not learned the skill.
These are the things that happen. You decide not to. The choices that you make. You decide no. You know, sometimes in life, one of the things I always tell our young people is, before you go into something, take your time, evaluate. Where is this thing? If I engage in this thing, what will I achieve? Where will it lead me in the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years? You know, have that picture. Don't do something for something's sake. Don't do something because people have asked you to do it, but do something that you know that will transform your life. So if your life is where it is today, it's because one, you have failed to make decisions for yourself. You have failed to make the choices that you have made have led you to those decisions. The circumstances you're living today. So basically, if you are a young man out there, you don't have a job, maybe you have decided that you just want to be writing applications here and there. If you don't have it, you blame the system. But there's a system you can create. If you don't have a job, what can you do? You can learn skills. One thing I always tell my fellow youth is, time is coming where if you know how to use social media, people will start hiring you. To hire you to market their brands and product, because today the traditional media is failing. Most people today are in the social media world. If you want things to happen quick, go to the social media. And most of our directors or head of institutions don't know how to operate the social media platform. So if you are a young man, what can you do? Pay attention to those areas. I mean, I now feel, I now made them laugh me. You know, they don't pay attention to it. Anything that doesn't have to do with degree or masters, they don't go for it. So nowadays, skills and soft skills pay better than even you with higher qualifications. But when you tell somebody, no, me we get masters, people they expect you. People they expect you not get money. Some of the effects.
That's a very good one.
Some they go do course. Why? Not get a clear picture of really waiting in one go achieve. Who say really one man? Who say this career path will land me? It doesn't even have that clear picture. But it just a do no more. So the choices you make actively and you fail to make, they lead you to the circumstance where you go day to day. So like how the conversation they say, take charge of your life by writing your story. You need to take that responsibility. Check every choices that you make, every decision they make. Think twice, not just do things to please people. Do things, you know, like while they grow up, me daddy want me to be a science student. They wanted me to be a doctor. You know, they wanted to have a doctor in the family. Me daddy, yes, that's the thing. You know, me daddy, me auntie, hey, Martin, do you have boo? Beg me, because I wanted to have say, we'll make a doctor in our family. But even though I was a science student, I was struggling with my chemistry. I know deep within me that I wasn't good with chemistry. So even when I wrote my WAS, I know I have issues with my chemistry. But daddy say, hey, go do CHO, self. CHO qualify for go do. I say no. I say I'm going to do IT. Even me elder brother tell me say, okay, go and do CHO for 1 year. When you done, you go do IT. I say no. This is where I want to be because that is where my talent is. And trust me, when I'm there, because I do me IT, you know, I know my stuff. I'm always on top of my situation, and I can always blend down with most of the things I do. I also have programs like this, and I can do it all by myself. Why? Because I have my IT skills. They help me. And you know, last year I've engaged a lot of people to see how can I promote their social media platforms for them because really they have the resources. And like for example, what I can always say, because most people what they can do is they sit down wait for things for can meet them. What we can do is I go out there and allow people you know, sell myself out. I don't wait. I don't sit and wait for people to meet me.
Thank you.
I look at people like for example, I saw a company. They hired somebody, a brand ambassador to promote their brand. They pay huge amount of money. But if you observe, one of the things most of these brand ambassadors do have is the only time they post about a company that have made them brand ambassador is when they are signing the contract. From there, that is the end of it. So a friend of mine signed the contract. He's working for a company. I think he's among the top 5. So I saw him on the picture. So I said, hey, these things you are doing, I don't think this is the right thing. You know, if you really want to promote, because for example, he's working for an insurance company now. But they are struggling. You know, insurance company, there's a lot of competition out there. But, you know, this blogger you have paid how many millions? Look at the impact. How about you use that resources? You hire a consultant that will help you create content. So everybody have access to social media and it's free. So what did I do? I presented an idea to him that I will help you to create a weekly content for you. I'll be where I am, but I'll be providing you with content that you can use to engage people so you can sell your ideas to people, and that money will be taken, because when you pay blogger, that blogger will not be promoting you, but he will be promoting himself so that more people will make him brand ambassador. Leaving you that have paid him to promote, they don't do those things. So I said, okay, what I'll do for you, the money that you pay brand ambassador, use it, 1, to promote your page, 2, create content, quality content, and engage people. By so doing, what will happen? You will have, you know, the followers you have. These are your potential customers that will promote your ideas to the next level. That will sell your product and services to people that may need it. So like he said, okay, that's a good idea. So this year coming, we'll be collaborating. So one of the things most people lack is that initiative. Sometimes sit down, identify lapses in people's business or whatever thing, you know, sell yourself. Sometimes it has to be free, because when it's free, you know, if you fail, people not hold you responsible because it's free, yes, but at the same time you are learning. And if you succeed in that aspect, what will happen here is, you know, for example, if I work with I can remember when I wanted to work with AYV asked me, who are your brand ambassador? Whose brand are you working with? But by then I was rendering free service to the MD for Africa. He's my friend. Sometimes when I have marketing ideas, I go to him and we engage, we digest the ideas. He asks me questions here and there. He's a very good, talented man. So from there, when I wanted sponsorship, I went to him. So this is what I want to do. I want to promote your brand. He said, okay, I'll give you this. So my first idea my first video skit I did, Africa's promoted it, and I took the resources, brought it to AYV. I said, AYV, this is what I have done. Now, I didn't wait. I'm not sitting down wait, say, Africa should come and recognize me and work with me. No, I went to the man. What did I do? I went to their their website. I searched for them. I messaged. There's a contact form on their page. I messaged them. He did not respond. The following day, morning, I called him directly because their contact is on the page. I contacted him directly. He told me, okay, meet me in my office so time. The same day that I called him, he said, okay, let's meet. So when we went there, I told him, I have a way to promote to expand your market in Tigifol. He said, wow. So he was surprised. So that was how our journey started. So sometimes when I have recommendations or suggestions, I always go to him. So sometimes you have to sell your idea. You have to take yourself out there, let people know what you are doing, what you are capable of doing. So if I hadn't been there, if I haven't met him, I don't think I would be where, I don't think I would have signed even MOE with AYV at that time. So one of the things, the choices you make, sometimes don't sit and wait. Take decisions. Take action. When you have identified this is what you want to do, break it down by bit, because you don't have the resources to bundle everything. So from there, what do? You take the decision. Maybe you want to go this particular part, but you don't have the skill you need. Because sometimes, especially in the entrepreneurship world, you have to be jack of all trade, because you don't have the resources to pay every services you may need. But one thing is missing: our youth don't want to learn. As long as they have been that business administrator, they want to focus on that business administration. Yes, they don't want to improve. They don't want to upgrade themselves to any level. They are just comfortable with those things. But in the entrepreneurship world, you really have to learn as much skills as possible. You have to be versatile in every area. When you make those choices, when you make those decisions, you will see that you start doing things moving your way. And one of the things about choices and decisions here is this: it will interest you to know that we have many unemployed youth that have expensive phones that will pay some people for 3 months. Yes. You will have a young man whose parents or uncle or families are overseas, and they ask him, what do you want us to send for you? They say, what? iPhone 16, iPhone this. Why? Because they want to impress people that they are successful, they have families out there. That money you can take, you can use that money, because it will interest you to know that our mothers, the money we use to buy phones, that's the money they are going to microcredit, these credit facilities to loan to use and run their business. Whereas we see our young guys today, what do? They buy 20, 30 million. Do you know if you give our mothers 30, 40 million as business, what do you do for
change their life, change their whole life, change the generation.
Yes. Mindset.
So you see the mindset. You see a young man, he's not, you see a average man working. You don't see him too bluffing because he has responsibility. But you see a young unemployed youth, if you check his shoe, it's more than 500,000. You check his scrap, but when you ask him, do you have this skill? He will tell you, no, I'm not get this skill, I'm not get money. Not get money for doing this skill, but he has the money to be for bluff, for live luxury life. So you see how the choices and decisions they make, they affect your life. So unless you get the awareness, unless say this thing will help me life to go, I'm not okay with them, your life will always continue for days like how you go there. And you always keep on blaming and complaining about the system, that the system is not favorable, the system is this, the system is that. The system is not favorable, but let's see, people are making it in life. People are achieving their goals. People are flying. So what's the thing? The system will always continue to remain the same. And the good thing is, you guys, you are Christians. You know what the Bible said about last days. It says it's going to be critical and hard to deal with. So no matter how you look at it, the system is not going to get better anytime. So when you accept that reality, you will know that when hard times meet me, it's part of the process. But you have to fight. When things are hard, there's a book, Tough Time Don't Last. It tells you that when tough times meet you, only tough people do. So when, for example, you want to achieve these things are not always in your favor, and you are resilient, what will happen? In the process of achieving your goal, you will become a new personality. Your knowledge system your knowledge will expand. You get to know a lot of people, and even in the process, you get to meet a lot of people that will buy your idea, that will love to work with you. So in conclusion, or in just a wrap up, decisions, your choices and your decisions you make in life will determine. So think about it. Go buy a phone, 3 million. That 3 million, you can use that for even they buy the set of popular area. That's the popular they sell. From there, you begin to sell half thing there. You can start. But the issue is, the choice most people make is they want to please other people. If you start for setup up, they say, look at a failure. Look at a setup up. I know a young man who wrote his was in Botown, but didn't have money to go to college. He came to Freetown here. He was selling top up. He has that microphone. He was passing area to area. He was selling. Doing that business, it took him 2.5 years doing that top-up selling. From that top-up point, he was able to raise funds to pay for his university, for his
Right.
college fees, and he graduated with a good paper.
Wow.
But you see that process that you've explained, some people are not patient enough to even go through that 2.5 years. They feel like there should be a shortcut, that it should be easy, that it should be handed over to them.
Easy go.
Exactly. But if you're just joining the show, this is the brunch here on Radio Fry 97.1 FM. We're on there from 10 a.m. We go for there till 12 midday. Today, sorry, I did talk fast. Today, we're going to talk about rewriting your own story. And we have our guest here, Martin Sandy, and he's an expert in discussing that. And, he's motivating us on the radio. So it doesn't matter where you're listening to, whether it's in Freetown, in Bo, Kenema, Makeni, Kono, Kailaun, Koinadugu, wherever you are listening. Listen, this guy has wisdom. And, to be successful in life is not knowledge. It's wisdom. And there's some people that are blessed with wisdom and not necessarily knowledge. Knowledge is acquired, but wisdom... God-given. And you really need wisdom to be able to survive this life. And he has explained a few things. One, when you're making a decision, for us young people, when you're making a decision on what career path you should choose wisely. Like some people follow crowd, or maybe like if Mary is my friend,
to impress.
Since Mary is doing admin, me too, I don't do admin. So I have a friend with me that will go to class together, go to exam together, study together. Bad idea. You don't do that. Like he said, you assess, number one, what is your talent? What's your passion? What's going on in the country? Try to align those two things together and now make a decision on what you want. Then he also spoke, I love his own personal story, where his father said, Nabegu, please, we need doctor. And he was insistent to say no. Because I know where my strength is. My strength is not where you want to put me.
Yeah.
If you put me there, I'm going to fail. And then I'm going to be that fail son that you have that's not going to achieve. And I have a similar story with an adopted son that I have from his biological parents. They also wanted him to be in the, I think, engineering field.
Yeah.
So he had to be in the science stream. But the guy has done one, two, three. Then when I adopted him, I said, listen, is it this that you're doing? You're procrastinating your future and your success. What are you good at? And he said, well, I'm good at music. I think more than like the art stream. So I said, let's switch. Oh no, I've already wasted 3 years. Let me just do the exam. I said, you've not wasted. It was a learning.
Yeah.
You've learned the hard way for 3 years that this is not your course. Switch to where you feel comfortable in, which is what Mr. Sandy is talking about. He switched to what he was comfortable in, which is IT. And since he has done that, he has now been to university. He has completed university. So what time did he waste? He didn't waste anything. And then if you check the background, the person would have missed 3 years based on failing WASC over and over again.
Yeah.
But now, if you check all the graduates, you're all the same age. What has those your other friends? What have they achieved? In the same time span.
Yeah.
You've achieved a lot more. Why? Because you went through failure, disappointments, and so many different things. And what you're explaining about building resilience.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's one thing that someone who has it easy will never have a thick skin and resilience to push through no matter what's happening. So Mr. Sandy has explained a lot. He has even explained, like, step by step, a practical guide on like how to rewrite your story. Like, he literally has just done that for us. So if you are a keen listener, I hope you picked up on some of the things that he has said, because those are ways you can rewrite your story. He mentioned that you don't need all the resources. That's one way to rewrite your story. What can you actively do to rewrite your story? What is in your control? The last story he explained about somebody who wants to go to college. The vision or the mission is to go to university and achieve that degree. But how do I get there? I don't have an auntie, uncle, mama, papa, or whoever I'm going to lean on and say, well, if they don't give me, then I'm not going to do it. That person didn't do that. Use wisdom to say, I'm going to graft. It doesn't matter what job, but I'm going to do a job. And he decided to sell Top Up. It was a bit slower than he anticipated, but it took him 2.5 years. But at the end of the day, he was able to achieve his goal, which is get the resource required when at the school fee for the course. How many people are willing to do that?
Still is selling support back.
Yeah, exactly. Because now in fact, when he's now successful, there will be so much like experience from him that he can share with other people, be a strength for other people who are from similar backgrounds. Like Mr. Sandy saying, you have some men and women. Okay, the choices that you're making, you're in university, you can't afford an iPhone 16, so you go date one big man. Why?
Choice.
You're not at that level.
Yeah.
The big man who is successful, it has taken him sleepless nights, a whole bunch of, I don't know what he had to do to achieve where he's at, so he can afford it. You are a student. You cannot. So you should cut your coat according to your... Exactly, and people are failing to do that.
Yes, even with that, even let's say you have a privilege for someone to buy you an iPhone.
Why you not
if you use that money, do business with them. 5 years, that will transform your life. You'll be independent and nobody will stress you. But here we are today, they give an iPhone. After 1 year,
I feel like
the value of the phone don't become less. You want a new one.
Even because you know ask for business money, now you are stuck in the relationship because now you want iPhone. Other thing will come. And no one lets go because the person they supply you money. But if you ask for business money, some people can even inside abusive relationship because of the thing that they gain.
Yeah.
And if you ask for business money, you can walk out of that because now you are independent on your own.
There comes in the mindset. Our system is designed for you to be dependable.
Yes.
So you creating for you to be, for me say, for start a business on my own. That one is a whole new level.
I like that point that you're saying.
You have the only way they help you a little bit is when you take life to the next level. That is deciding that I'm not okay with the way things are going. Okay, now let me start with reading, because one of the things I think I posted this yesterday that one of the missing things is if you don't hide anything about black man, put it inside book.
Some people they do.
Yes, I have had more than 10 friends that always come to me, Martin, I really want to do this. I said, okay, I have this book. Read it.
They will never.
Yes, they never come to me, and I know because if they read it, they'll always give me that feedback. And
exactly.
I will know.
Yeah.
For example, there is a book about public speaking. There's a book, How to Influence and Influence People. In that book, it tells you, for example, let me tell you, how did I reach you in the signing MOU with AIV? Let me tell you a short story. It wasn't an easy one. I wrote a letter for 1 year, 6 months to AIV with my concept notes, with idea. For 1 year, 6 months, I didn't get a single reply from them. I said, okay, let me change up my approach. What did I do? I've been listening to your programs. By then, you are hardly online. It was this lady, this man, Miss Stella.
Yeah.
Stella. So I used to hear her voice on online. I went to Facebook. I didn't see her. I didn't get a contact with her. So I went to LinkedIn. I saw her name there, and I reached out to her. That was how I was able to connect with her. From there, I was able to reach to you. So the thing here is, you need to. In that book, How to Influence People, it tells you how to be a good communicator, how to get your way, and how to influence people to do what you want them to do without them knowing this is what you want them to do. So by following that principle I learned from that book, I was able to achieve my goal, which was to have an MOU with AYV. But if it was a normal way, writing, I would have given up. They know they do it. They know people do those things.
Yeah.
But the system is designed in such a way. If you want to understand how the system works, read from those that have achieved the system.
Yeah.
There's a book that talk about rapid changes in the world, and we are seeing how the changes is affecting our society today. When you read, prepare now. The AI is dominating the world. Few years from now, most people will lose their job, because we have seen now AI can even design some graphics. For now, they are struggling with it, but very soon, a graphic designer will start losing their job. Yeah. So what can you do to take advantage of those things? So if you have that, when you have that foresight, you need to have that foresight. Look at things from a different perspective and prepare yourself for the future. So basically, we need to read.
I like the statement. Yeah, because he's moving from one point to the next, which is what we're talking about letting go of the past and embracing a better future. You just explained that. Like, the past is manual. They can draw, they use computer for do visual. Okay, we don't move on to computer now. And now the next stage is AI. And what he's saying is, if you don't move with the times, you're going to get left behind. So you need to let go of behind and embrace what is currently happening so that you can move into a better future. Like, moving forward, you can't give excuses saying, "Oh, me I not sabi use computer, or me I not sabi all this app business or software one at
deliberately they refuse to learn.
Yeah, it's refusal.
Yes, they accept the reality.
There's
they accept the reality.
Yeah.
But yes, they want their circumstance to change.
And it's not gonna change.
That's
and even if you call me and say, well, like what Mr. Sandy said, me I not go school or I not sabi read, like Mr. Sandy said, but you have a phone. You have a smartphone. Use it. Yeah. Go on Google, go on YouTube. There are people that talk, they call it oral and they teach you.
They prefer to watch funny videos
that has no benefits to their life.
Yes. You know, they visit gossip channels to talk about what is happening in the country.
And they sabi all from Nigeria.
But when you tell them go and watch something, they say it's boring. You know, but that boringness is what is needed to take your life to the next level. That is where the secret lies.
Exactly. If you just joined the show, this is now the brunch here on Radio Fry 97.1 FM. Weekend day, so from 10 a.m. till 12 midday. And today, on topic of discussion, we'll talk about rewriting your own story. If you love what you see, listen. We've told you need to go on Facebook. You need to go on our website. And you need to go on YouTube.
Yes.
On website, it's www.fryfry.life. On YouTube and on Facebook, you just type Radio Fry. And boom, like you, they see a difference. And we want you to tell us, what do you see that is different? What do you see that is different? Because there is a lot of things happening. And this rewriting your story is part of what we're doing for Radio Fry. Every year we're writing the story because we're embracing what exists, moving forward with the future, and we want to have our A game on all the time. And we're not going to wait for somebody to come and show us, to come and do it for us. No, we do it for ourselves. And that's the purpose of life. And we're helping you even on your day-to-day basis. And that's why Mr. Sandy is here. So we'll continue with the conversation. Mary, you want to add anything concerning the topic of conversation that it's never too late to start afresh? It really is not.
So from the start of the conversation, I feel like we are being one-sided.
Okay.
So some man go say, this not to me a story they talk, but so excuse me. So me they take them from a point where person they in a home or you don't like woman are still on a Wednesday and you don't have this situation where maybe you don't born picking, you made a mistake along the way and waiting out for the problem, but you're in an abusive relationship and you feel like time don't pass at the day 35 or 40 and I cannot go to marriage that they talk about now. I cannot start afresh. Let me just God don't destine me. Now me destiny this. Let me just embrace it as it is. And we don't get a situation where people die from these relationships and they are afraid to start afresh. I feel like now the fear of what will happen after I start afresh, or will it get better? Will it even be better than it is already, or worse than it is?
Yeah.
So I think about the woman and how the decision they have made, and it might be a mistake or it is a mistake already, but they are afraid of what society might say. Society first, they let for say, be patient. They don't even want to know your story in the first place. Then they go say, just be aware, but you don't go far now. Accept the situation how it is. It may be the person away there with self, not even then at the home. You are left with your kids and accept how it is. But now I try to tell you within that kind of situation, say you can really start afresh. Maybe you are being dependent, maybe the person provide for you picking there, but then you can learn something. You can learn skill, tailoring. There are people, they get these courses they can do now. Most times it's free. Maybe you don't know about it, but they get courses when are free. They will teach you like for 3 months tailoring and skill film makeup. Now
hairdressing.
Makeup, you know now makeup cost. You know now makeup cost right now. Cake baking, because some people accept celebrating birthdays or celebrating them picking them birthday in our school. So even cake.
But we even have, this is the thing, and we're losing essence of some of the like skill sets like back in the day we were known for as Sierra Leoneans. Even simple, like forget about all this upgraded stuff. Like the local things that you make with like we beat them, we matan and basket them, all these different things.
But now also don't come and play.
All those things, if we don't continue with them, the young people generation that keeps coming, we'll just see it as an accessory. Like we have no idea where they came from and how to build them.
Just like how Mary was saying, you as a young woman, yes, you don't make mistakes. It's natural. We all they make mistakes.
We all make mistakes.
None of you know there we go say we're perfect. No, we make mistake. But deciding to surrender to your circumstance, me say that on its own is a decision you have made. It's a choice. You don't want to progress in life. It's on you. What happened in the past, you don't have control over it. But what didn't happen from this moment, from today, till tomorrow, you have control over it. How? To the choices and decisions that you make. You are in a toxic relationship. You value the relationship as your life. Ask yourself. Yes.
I know.
You want for the same relationship 5 years from now you die, or you live for many years. At least your parents they suffer so much for bringing you to the level
that point.
Your life is worth more than that. We don't see women that are married in their 50s. Yes.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter you as a young girl. Yes, even if you born picking them. But one thing man they admire about a young woman, if you don't born how many picking them, if you really focus, if you really take time, you shape. You shape your life. There's a lady in Botown doing, I think, few years back. By then, I just come out. I did my secondary school. I didn't start this thing. From secondary school, I didn't on this anything there. So this lady, the man being Gambele from where as he sees was so. Some men are so jealous. They can feel as if the woman go to certain peak, go left arm. So what happened? The man put the woman at host. One picking to second one. So the lady look at her, but throughout those processes, you can tell that fulfillment is always missing. You see that completion with everything. So like I encountered her, me and they talk. I was able to help her. At the end of it, what you go do? You go learn computer skill. You go Microsoft, go do it yourself. From there, a volunteer in our office where you just a type at that time in the day. From that day, we may begin talk. Now, Seth, the last thing I understand she is doing nursing course in the
Okay.
So there's always there's another lady where sorry they up now at Tower Hill. Hopefully I'll put this story later out because I get a story for intended. There's this lady just reached now SS2, it's tough for go school. Just stop. She was gaining too much weight. She wasn't feeling comfortable. Society was frowning at her for provoking her. Even for her to come out of the house or to go out, be shy. So most often when Oma don't go, that's when they come out, they go surful. They can't lay tower. Because they're shy. Even the people in the community, the boys in the community, be provoker. One time, because by then, in small brother, me and can always they talk. So when he come to me, I can guide them. A get problem where look complex, I can break the problem down. You see, I say it's a minor thing. So over the time, she has been overhearding with conversation. It don't they intend. So waiting happen. One day, he sent the brother to me. He said, Matt, go tell Martin, say I want to talk to him about. I was a little bit shocked because she was the kind of person. The only thing between me and him, I be just hi, hello. So somebody asking to have a discussion with you.
Nervous.
So yes, what is shocked to? He can't meet me. It's okay. Call her. He come. What was a first conversation? He said, "Matty, I don't tire." To her, she was tired living the life she was living in the shadow of other people's reality. Waiting, I tell her, you need to start all over again. That lady, from that time, that same week, I show and say, go back to your old books and start all over again. They begin because her English wasn't good and her reading wasn't good, but with her, begin to read in half notes and back, begin get a small zeal inside. From there, we say they do, say you do the secretary cousin. If you go in for the secretary cousin, they go, but along the way, lost, we get better financial support for me continue. So what you do? You stop. What's happened? There's a guy neighbor when I be tailor man. Then you join that guy. Every morning, where the guy going into the shop, and they join her. So she never gave up that fire again. So we all, one thing is, society gets a role for play for help people them. Not see somebody they down, you provoke them. That they make the person they value more into. So try to see how can you help person. The best gift we can always give somebody now where you help and make able for be the person where it for be. When it's down there, not look at the circumstance where they, but see the potential in the person. Say if this person really. If he help him reach this potential, this is the pace where it go always say. So yes, now to say as a woman, you might have made mistakes, but take some time. if you're in a toxic relationship, ask yourself, is your life worth more than the relationship? Decide. But the choice, that choice you make will determine now your life. So to go.
Yeah.
But the point is, even if you know something you don't done school, you get better. What you don't done, you can decide.
Yeah.
You so care about how people they look at you, provoke you, that you know how for starts so low. No.
Ignore those people, my friend.
Ignore
the people.
Yeah.
They talk about when the young guys be provoked. What I tell them, as any time they provoke, you tell them say they crush by you. Yes. So as a big provoker, come on, don't say they crush by me. Let them stop. Yes. So there's always a way to defer criticism. You escape. I say I'm say they crush by me. And so that fun. When once you know how to defer those things, people will stop.
Yeah.
But know that even Jesus Christ, when he was on this world, Satan self-criticize him. Even family, they say they lost in mind. They say, look, I think James was say one part of the time, say it don't go out of your mind. Yes. So if they can criticize him, then are you? So understand life that no matter what you do in life, you are going to be criticized, you are going to fail, and people are going to make fun of you. But take that is just part of the process. If you see those things, like in the Christian world, they say when people persecute you, know that you are doing the right thing. So when you see those things, when you see people, you are standing for the right thing, people are doing those things, you know that okay, I'm doing the right thing. Let me continue in that part. But if you are doing things, people are embracing you, mean you are not on the right path.
Yeah.
So when you see people criticizing you, people saying a lot of things about you, know that you're on the right path. Just continue. Those people, that your uncle, that your auntie, where they provoke you, tomorrow will say, "Now picking this so." Yes, proud of
so
her.
proud.
Yes, it make you proud. You be like so. You be so. Yes, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. When I started doing my video skit initially, I didn't have somebody to edit it. So most of it, and sometimes I can send it offline because I didn't have the resources here to sponsor it, but by that I wasn't working. So the part of the ladies I do they do some mistakes and they. So me family they pick by the mistakes they look at. But today, miss. Martin, you're making us proud. Keep it up. So I'll be like, so we ain't not the one criticizing me the last time, but they might not even go there. So
don't forget.
you have to accept it. That's just part of the process and move on. You'll be amazed how you go achieve good things.
Indeed, we're coming up to our break hour. We're taking a commercial break, and we'll be back. If you're enjoying the topic, continue to listen to Radio Fry Fry on 97.1 FM, the show way to listen to at the brunch. Stay tuned.
Olmina Lansana Sheriff aka Steady Bongo Daru Bombo Javi Chief Don Kailan this Olmina Lansana Sheriff aka Steady Bongo Daru Bombo Javi Chief Don Kailan this street at the Talk to Radio Fry Fry 97.1 FM. Hello.
Mama, you don't saw me clothes? Mama!
Yes.
What do you they do?
I don't saw the skirt though. I just the top from down left.
What do you mean by don't saw the skirt? Momo service don't stop. I they keep for saying
Give me
that.
25 minutes, man. I just the top from wait.
Mama, I don't get time.
Wait, 25 minutes. Now I had the app. Don't
Lights don't go.
Mommy, no waiting, lights don't go. So wait, I won't go quick up like this junction. I'm going to buy headset to put on.
Mama,
Give me 30. Give me 30 minutes and they can't quick.
Esa agent on Sunday. But you not get free money.
I feel money.
Give me your meter number.
Oh,
You they pay me money back.
what do you mean? 00.
Don't let lights out affect your work. Use AfriMoney to buy top up for your EDSA meter. Dial *161 *2 *1 hash now and top up your EDSA meter anytime, any day.
Mommy, the lights not clear. I feel money in a magic, mommy. The mommy, you tough, the mommy, you kind on it.
Mama, make clothes.
AfriMoney, quick and
Look, see how we last camp on this farming business. Now, in no more they make profits. It's all like na devil gets where they work for them.
Lopa you comping. But that's not free pan business.
But that's for waiting. I don't know why we don't tape on this business. No, they get better. In we just come, they shine like a way.
That's true. And they do well pay. But you know feel say,
me sister them. Not so devil I get so. Now the way I dey manage me profit after I don't sell me farm markets. Now una they see me I dey shine by this farm business so.
Boss here, you get this fine secret. You don't tell we you sister them.
Now I dey try for tell una so. Where I don't sell me farm thing them. I know they spend like how una they spend. Look you musu. Now new ladies bag you come out by soon. You dey trust for buy any new clothes we come out. All time una they spend past how una they make am. Me now I dey save. I dey cut me coat according to me size.
My sister, you know liar. We won't buy all thing.
For LP Pandis, nine make local commercial bank with a partner them. They don't start this financial digital literacy campaign for farming community them and plenty other awareness there. We will make your business grow more and more. Save today for you tomorrow bambai.
This message they come out from Woken Commercial Bank and UNCDF in partnership with Government of Sierra Leone with funding from European Union.
Michelle Group of Companies is reliable, competent, and trustworthy in providing quality service to its wide range of clientele. Through Michcom, we provide premium internet service, secured data connectivity, VLAN and VOI over stats and fiber to mining industries, enterprises, hospitality industries, banks. We also provide fiber to homes, point-to-point, and satellite backup for Freetown and provincial regions. Through our Michelle Security Agency, called MSA for short, we provide a wide range of services that brings safety, security to our clients. Our services include Staff Guard, which also includes access and control room, customer service security, roving, mobile control, and many more. For more information, visit our head office at number 10I Sasame Lewis Road, Freetown, or call +232 73 554 616 or 232 32 554 616. Michelle Group of Companies. We are the leaders. Hey you! Be part of the Listening Radio every Mondays to Fridays, 10 a.m. to 12 midday for authentic conversations and sharing experiences on the brunch. For entertainment, join our Drive Time crew on Mondays for international and national sport updates. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays on The Drive with The Vibe for entertainment news and celebrity gossip. On Thursdays, entrepreneurship and mentoring. And to get you started for the weekend with top trending songs on the DJ's Vibe every Friday. All this from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Enjoy your Saturdays on the Fun Box from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. for
It's a new year, and your favorite show is back again with a bang. Say hello to Radio Fry's mid-morning show, The Brunch, from Mondays to Fridays, 10 a.m. till 12 midday on 97.1 FM, live on our Facebook page, Radio Fry, and on our website, www.fryfry.live. Experience and enjoy authentic, thought-provoking conversations on every reality. Share your stories and let's debate over great music and so much more wherever you are. On The Brunch, we talk about everything, and I mean everything. On every reality. Share your stories and let's debate over great music and so much more wherever you are. On The Brunch, we talk about everything, and I mean everything.
Welcome back to Brunch Show, your favorite show on Radio 597.1 FM. As we ask you before, waiting you see we change, waiting you see, and today the topic on the talk about now writing your story, and we will ask you wait till we don't rewrite. Wait till we say
we don't rewrite from last year.
And today we get to a wonderful guest. When I'm Mr. Martin, and Mr. Martin don't coach. Life coaching. Don't they coach?
He's coaching all of us, so all of us, not just you.
I didn't tell you. And we have learned so much in the first hour. Yeah. And within our second hour, if you just join with this now, Ready for a Friday Brunch Show, where they bring come to you every Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And these past 2 days, and today, we're going to talk about interesting topic them, where if you don't miss them, you can go on our Facebook. and go watch Radio Fry. Go watch from Monday to today. I know miss nothing because as we don't count this new year, we don't rewrite new stories now your life and we say self life. Yeah. And the topics that they talk about, and sometimes they affect you or influence you everyday life, your family, your community, your society. But we want to start with you because if you change, you go influence your neighbor, you go influence your mama and papa,
and you go influence an entire generation.
So let's start with you, with your mindset. How they renew them. And the topic we'll start today is the possibility of writing your story, and it's never too late to start afresh. Time not late, like how we say 60 years, you can be a billionaire. There's a possibility for make millions. And they talk this light so they use now, they possibly make I fail 99 times and get them the 100 them. So how many times you don't fail? One
and then give up
or twice and you just feel like it's over. It's not. And Mr. Martin don't take me through how for identify first your current situation with the inside. Like for you write your story, you get for feel for say this story where you dey inside right now. You're not okay with her at all. Because if you're okay with her, you're not going to feel like there is a reason to change or turn a new leaf.
Yep.
So, first of all, are you okay with how you are or the situation you are in? If you say it's okay, but if you even okay, you feel like you can make it more better, you can do more, then if you answer those few questions, Mr. Martin said you get for assess yourself for self-reflection. Ask yourself then question, and are you okay first? But if you're okay, can you do better? Is there a possibility that you can walk a mile more or 10 miles more? And the power of choices and decision. Say the choice we go make after you ask yourself then question and they go influence you life 5 years or even a year from now. If you feel say you don't see twice, you don't feel some man don't give up or don't see twice, you don't feel. You say me I do again. Why that day? So man not to get the result to now the result to the gear. So that why the result to then give me, but if nine pass, you don't see me result. You don't see why I can get not why gear now result.
Even now, the world we are living today, I'll tell you for free. I can work for this with this station without even submitting my education document here.
Of course.
The only thing really might be interested is the knowledge that I have, whether I can deliver. That's all.
Yeah.
So as a young man, literally need for if you don't have not all man get that book knowledge. That's enough to know. So if you are a young man out there, but you have a talent, maybe you get idea or whatever thing, that degree here where you go take. For going to college, spending how many years, if someone take that resources then they put them. I have my junior brother, now that is the struggle with a little bit. I try to tell him, so he's very talented when it comes to electronics. I told him go and learn electronics. Maybe I gave him some tutorials about IT, but he wanted to do business administration. He's struggling in that end of the day. You cut earphones, something say that earphone, it's a cut. Yeah. He can fix it without using that soda. He can fix it. Cut radio well. He can fix it for you. He's very good at it. But what happened? He want to have that degree.
Because
the degree.
But he can even learn it. I feel like now the fact that the three best, the university they will all man put like if you come offline, one go here. But there are other places where they do with these technical things, and you can go get now by experience or what you can fix. Tell us, he said. Or I been I was one time and one guy came. The guy they moved from houses to every side. Wait till you get with oil. You pull you stabilizer, you pull you heater. If fix I move to the next house. Yeah. Within the way oil. So even though I'm not need for ask where you paper for. I didn't tell her say
they deliver like what Mr. Martin they said.
You fix her, tester, it work. I don't need for see you paper. So they make that day go make like 1,000 euros because I pay 150 for just stabilizer. Other person go pay maybe freezer, I fix up. He made money just on a single day. So people people just feel
they're thinking too small, or people
They
they think too small.
Na society, you blame them. Society, society, the system. That's how that is how it is. That is how it is designed. You deciding for push away from the system. You for face a lot of people for criticize you.
Flashback,
those things against. But if you are consistent, you focus on what you do. Later on, they say, "Wow, this is really different."
Yeah.
So like the other thing where Boku young man can fail for do is mastering your craft.
Yeah, if you're
you
good
can
at
know
it,
your craft,
yeah.
but when you master your craft, people can move from one location to the other location just for you, just for them to, just for you to render them a service.
It's true.
But most of them, as soon as they learn small thing, they become comfortable. Me and you go, something 10 man go make window there. And then enter there, or sometimes they well door. But people always go to one particular person. Why? Because he knows his stuff. So as a young person, to always be on top of your game, master your craft. There comes in the continuous learning. Don't get too comfortable. Always be on top of competition.
Like one carpenter shop in our regions, we all don't take notice of that. If you dey free tongue, where they drive. As you approach region, where they go run down the hill, that man starts from normal board shop, like we get board. So now it don't make like a wooden house. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I've seen the factory. Yeah.
Where from the outset, where you just see the outside, you don't say, listen,
It's just
more money. And when you go inside, like the quality of what they make, and that's a regular Sierra Leone, not to possibly fly over, come. No, it take in work serious, like what they say. Yes, and he improved.
Invest.
The other problem back with the face is the fact that to face you not going to make a salon.
You don't even make
a
you know most people that don't make a salon.
That make all man with the fan way for go.
The competition here is not too great as compared to
slim.
overseas.
Yeah.
When you get there, Bokuma don't achieve, you just come in there. Pass you go do mini job for survivor.
And when you
start doing it there.
But when you look at some of the artists that we don't left salon, let's say like then God bless them with voice or whatever, go over. Most of them not to do that artistry again. And if a normal work, they say the competition high, you think say where you go, you just go sing la 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 la, you come out there. No, it doesn't work that way. So you have to find something else to do, and so then they end up doing menial job. So
and
you
it
go
takes
say
all your time.
So this like A grade. Now that's in the part in America. For like survive and pay for bills. You know how much bills they get for pay. And so you don't get boku tax to them.
They admire them. People they adore them. So these are the things.
We'll continue with the conversation as always. If you just join me, this is not the brunch here on Radio Fry 97.1 FM. The phone lines them open on 088-971-971 for like be part of the conversation. And we get to the engagement question. So I want to start with the engagement question, and we'll remind ourselves about the verse of the day and the quote of the day as well. But the engagement question will they ask, this is not Boku English at the can talk. I they talk and voice by English. Then two people that are the can. Mr. Martin. Mr. Martin, they can help we and Mary, although Mary saying Amende, good luck with that. But me, I they stick to English. So the engagement question will want let you answer for we, because it don't like this engagement question. They summarize all waiting Mr. Sandy don't talk about and waiting Radio Friday all about and why we bring the topic to you. So the question is, what's the one change? What's the one change you think you can make the biggest difference in your life and be set, and that will set you, on a path to success? What's that one thing that you can just change that will make the biggest difference? I mean, Mr. Sandy already started explaining just before we went on the break about the lady who didn't feel fulfilled in life. She didn't even get to WAS. Now, SS2, she got pregnant and, she got stayed at home because of the person that she was with, and want to begin, in order to feel fulfilled. And she came across him by grace, God's grace, came across him, and he's able to orally motivate her. He's not going to financially put anything because it doesn't, most times it doesn't require that. Yeah. It takes action from you. So in the orally motivate her to the point where the woman decided, okay, you know what, let me start reading, let me start writing. And she went on to do some secretary work. That one failed. That's fine. It didn't work out how she wanted it. And she moved on to tailoring, which is also great. I mean, almost of we need clothes.
every day.
Fine style back home. So if you're able, so not a low-key job, it's actually a high-skill job, yeah, because it can make you a lot of money. The same as somebody who's doing plumbing, who's doing electrical work,
all money,
construction,
everybody needs
engineering. Those are jobs, even when you go outside of Sierra Leone,
you can do it.
You can do it. Whereas, like, when you have a degree, like in administration, blah, blah, blah.
Limited.
It's very limited, and you have to redo it again because of the lack of trust in our system. And so when you go across the borders, you're going to have to do that degree again for another 3 years or 4 years. So that makes skill very important because, like he says, can you deliver? Yes. Can you do the job? Yes. I need this fridge fixed. You fix it, good. Let's go. Ready to go. So basically, that's how life works. So, please, because you know me, Creole.
So you get
you say that. Now the Monday begins. You don't even go fast, sir.
Okay. Boba changey.
Hey, changey. It's changey Monday. Please help
go
us.
back to me. So what's another one thing where you feel say you go do where go make the biggest difference or we go change your life forever and not for change her in the bad way, but we go put you in that side where you go succeed in life.
Okay, my happy small.
This not the whole Creole professional.
No, not good. Bo bilagola, ba pied, or kobi levu egbepe.
If you give me the tag, nothing me no I don't understand.
What is the one thing you can do for make your life better?
Than but
so you see, that's a way to encourage you. Please call us 088-971-971 to be part of the show. You don't hear you
asking in your language.
Pankono, Panlimba, Pantimini. You back ask let other people then call in and be part of the show. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically, you know, like I will say, one of the things people need for know can always do is when you don't accept that the minds get away how they work.
Yeah.
We don't deny. We don't say, for example, I not get maybe I need for come where I gonna turn. I not get transport. I can decide I not get money. Must sit down.
Yeah.
But if something, there's something important I need for do. Okay, I not get money. Sometimes if I don't know if that ever happened to you, you really need resources. You don't have it. But you really want to achieve that thing. What thing they happen? If you decide say I'm not getting mama sit down, you will sit down. But because of you have that desire, a thought will come to your mind say, "Mark, call about this person quick. Hey, but how you do? I need something. Can you help me with this?" You'll be surprised that people they help you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So when you don't decide say, "I'm tired with my life. I want to change the narrative." What will happen? You start seeing the possibilities of you achieving that goal. You start seeing the step by step. You start connecting with people that will help you to achieve that goal. But if you not decide, say, enough is enough, you always see, say, life is not fair. You are always victim of circumstance, and your life will always be the way it is. Unless we change government, unless we
change government, it has not been working. Please, how many years since 1960? Since independence.
They say fiscal alone are the government in the fiscal is government priority. Now, as young people, do you know the opportunity we're packing that we don't know aware of?
They're waiting to be given.
Then we anti them because I work in the agri sector.
Yeah.
Then we mommy them. You know that same system where they don't use and they use. As a result, their output always can be minimal.
Okay.
That's the reason why you need to see beaucoup product at the market. So imagine you as a young man, you get access to internet, go there.
The market
said to me, "Mommy, I can do. Let me help you," because like most of them now programs in there for help farmers. But our farmers don't know how to tap into those opportunities. You don't graduate. You say it's a right program. Why not go to the mommy? Say, let us make partnership. You know, this is my own commission. If we succeed by this, this is what I will have. This is what you will have. Let us work together. You will see. Even with that, you can create something for yourself. Now, most of the thing we keep missing is value addition. We don't, for example, pepper. We don't produce pepper. Normally, when it is peak hour, if you observe, it can go to 5 million to 4 million because it is peak time. That money we go take for buy iPhone. You can take and buy small drying machine that can dry anything. Buy enough pepper, you dry, you keep them. You can grain and litter, put into bottle, people in there will need them. You can sell them as an entrepreneur. You can use that small money, do something. But like I said, that decision there, I want to live and impress people. That's all. I don't want for associate myself with something for startup with. And I don't want to start anything. I want to be at the end of everything. That's the reason why Bokuma prefer for work for people 30 years than to work for their own dream for 5 years.
Yeah.
Nothing they take place automatically. It takes time. But during them processing there, you become a new person. Your knowledge expand, not to alter the movie again.
Yep. Exactly.
But
it's our people. Let's read the verse of the day. The verse of the day, it's quite encouraging actually with regards to the message and also our quotes for the day as well. The verse of the day is coming from Proverbs 14:23 and it's in line with what Mr. Sandy just said. It says, in all, not some, not half, not not yanda up down. It said, in all toil there is profit. It said, per all work, profit day. But the part we need to understand now the work part. Not the profit. And also in emptiness there's profit. Not in all work. And work means like this. You have to sweat. You have to think. You have to get up. You have to lose some sleep. You have to think. Now the toil, like you really use everything that God has given you. Remember yesterday we were talking about you have everything you need. You don't need anything else. God has given you everything. You're just not utilizing it very well. You're being lazy. And it says, but mere talk tends only to poverty. You see how wise God is? So sometimes when we don't have wisdom, that's why people who are in faith always say, wisdom is from God because he shows you. Maybe like this verse or this statement that was made, you've never heard it before. And maybe you don't hear people that don't talk and before. Or you don't even know self say, God self be don't talk and way before you them born yourself. Or them born the one way even be don't talk to you. And it's important for us to know. So you see mere talk, Neko can go to dump and bench. They talk, I do talk. And talk about football, talk about the government, who that day, who that no day, talk about the minister, then that's mere talk.
I just get like mere talking also be all your ideas without working on them. So they say just saying or talking about what you can do, what you are planning to do without toil.
I think this also brings something on your mindset. I get here. Sometimes I can do right, but sometimes because of me busy schedule, I can't keep it for everything. There's one topic I've always wanted to talk about. To call it intention versus chances. Like how you say, most of our young people today, they are living their life by chances. They're not intentional about what really they want to achieve. As a result, anything can their way, then they embrace. But that good, but they say, and take a say, patient dog eat the fattest bone. That was then. Now hunger they kill them because
the dog don't stay.
Because not always safe. Because even the bone safe now, they crush them. They champ. Something better for the dog now. Not really. So hunger they kill them this day. When we are seeing them things they happen. So and that.
The fun, you've just mentioned something funny that happens in my house. I have my nephew. That boy, he eats everything, including the bonnet. I always tell him, "Body dog," because I have dogs at home. I said, "Body dog," and he can say, "Oh."
You don't forget body dog. And we quote for today. We also line up with the topic they talk about. He say, "It is never too late to be what you might have been," and this quote come up from George Eliot.
Talk about you. This man, they're not good.
You speak up for us.
It's not too late for me. You rewrite your story.
Yeah, for the Monday now.
No,
no, we need somebody for calling and translate for us, please.
Remember, we number we go able to call on for give opinion, for talk about the engagement question, and for narrate this thing inside language. Now 088-971-971. Remember the topic they talk about today. Now rewriting your story, and we tell you say never too late for rewrite you to re like a
So like just in addition, while we wait for the cousin. One thing about writing your story, you have to be intentional about it. Not just write the summary. From there, you don't give up because story summary, the chapters, it build up. So not just write. Okay, now that I've decided to say I want to change my life, I thought the way how things are, then that's the end of it. No, they go back to the old ways. It's like you have not changed any story. You have not changed anything. When you are intentional about changing your story, here is you have a goal, set a goal. This is where I want to be. This is what I want to achieve. This is who I want to be at this stage. Now, for me to reach this stage, what I need for do? Step A, step B, step C. You highlight those things and you start for monitor those progress and see if you do those things, then you are being intentional. Yeah. When you wake up every morning, what things you don't do for bring you closer to your goal? If you see Boku bike riders, for example, you know that they have the potential to transform their life for being millionaires, but what's happened? The mindset is disturbing them. They are not intentional. Majority you meet, they will tell you say, that circumstance make the right bike. But that man with the work in the office, get one wife. They managing life with them.
Hello. That's a caller.
Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. What's your name and what's you call me from?
Good morning, Fry. Hello, good morning, Fry.
Yeah, what's your name and what's you call me from again? Hello? Hello, you get me?
Okay, well, continue for call on 088-971-971 for be part of the conversation. End you sentence.
So, like, if you are being intentional, they'll tell you that, in a circumstance make the drive something, you don't sit once, you don't get money, they make you go do bike riding, so. But most bike riders, the money they make per month, more than waiting some man open office. Yeah. So, what thing you go do? Instead of sometimes the mindset, no matter say if your mindset not in order, you always do the wrong thing. Now that's they happen. What thing that they do, instead of them use some money, if example make a target, so every month I'll keep one let's say every day 150. Make it a target every day 150, every day make 150. Calculate that within a year, you could be able to buy another bike. If you and the bike also they work within 2 years. Or let's say that person they go college, then you they do their business and you are consistent with it. You are the thing is discipline. If once you are disciplined, tell that person they done in college, you could be able to employ that person. It's possible. But they see how the mindset they unbug. They will tell you say, in a circumstance, one man that ride bike more than 5, 6, 7, 8 years, 10 years, still not gonna for showboat. Now just let them bomb picking them.
But there are others they don't build for that bike riding. They get more bikes than other people they ride.
Or buy land.
So it's possible you can transform your life. You can write your story if you are determined. You set your goals, set priority, then you discipline yourself. Because your body goes just say more do this now. You say no, yes, they happen. To read, even for reach self, it's a discipline. For me, you go learn skills that are necessary for you, for me take you to the next level, you for discipline yourself. Because your friends might be the attempt is one more watch him.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
What's your name and where they call me from?
Good morning.
Your name and where they call me from?
Richland, they call from Kiama Road.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes. What's your contribution?
I just want to make a contribution. Say that some people, most of the people, especially the youth them and the young one them, like especially also come out, a lot of them can look for blame them parents and say, well, we're not born meter, when like the country will pay itself, now the governments are not responsible, I need to take care of them. So a lot of people tend for blame other people, and I want for contribute for say like where when I don't give the code say it's never too late for you become what you supposed for become. So regardless, I think the person for stuff for blame who that they supposed for blame, who that they things that are the fault in parents them the country with anyself or whatever, and start for try for think again how for start afresh, because nobody not get excuse if the other person mean that if you tell me say if another person succeed we get one brain, why you not for succeed when at the same one brain we get. So another contribution I want for make.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, I think I do too in line with himself. Where you circumstance, let's say they like how they so today. If you blame, you don't give away your power for transform your life. You don't surrender, say I'm powerless. But when you don't accept, say, let me do this. The next step, I'm responsible for this. The next step is how can I fix it? They will begin to see the mind they go into action. They got a lot of ideas. The only issue is will you work on those ideas? So then Friday, you need to pay money for all and skis. But now, I'll tell you for free, if you're determined, you won't pay a single cent. The only thing is humility. Sometimes I want to learn carpentry, for example. I don't know it, but if I'm humble enough, I can go to one carpenter man. Please, sir. You explain yourself, you are humble, you take somebody responsible, you come with the person. I want to be an apprentice under you. If you are humble, you are hardworking, you not only learn, but the person, because of your hard work, it will compensate you small. Within 2 years, you could be able to be an expert in that area to establish your own business. They have money where they get, you use them for it. Invest by yourself, because that's the other thing we're missing today. But young man, not they invest by themselves. They invest in lifestyle, but not in their growth. So that's the other thing.
Indeed, and some of the things that we say as well on Radio Fry, if you blame everybody, you're right. Like that's life. If you say that your papa, you're right.
You're okay. Yeah.
If you say that the government is true, if you say that the country, you're absolutely correct. But who suffers? You. Are you. So that's why what we're saying, you have to work on. And the moment we as individuals start to be successful, the country, the outlook of the country changes drastically. Because we are all working on ourselves, and then from there now we move on to working as maybe a duo, a trio, a team. And then from those those high level thinking teams, whether now you get degree or you don't get degree, but you're high level in what you're doing, like what Mr. Martin is saying, you're a carpenter, but you're really skilled, you do research, you use your phone for see how to make better and more advanced design. Why do you think China is ahead of everybody? Because they're very deliberate, like what he's saying. If you're deliberate, you're always going to win, because you're very intentional on what you want to achieve, and then now you're finding the paths, the answers to those, whatever the issues are, so that you can find a solution. China is good at manpower, making things. There's nothing that China has not made. If you want machine to do something for you, it's Chinese. And nobody can take that away from them, because they are always thinking. Some of the things that we use in Africa are made from China. It's not made from our African brothers. But before, it was made from our African brothers. If you look at Sierra Leone now, you have an influx of foreigners coming in, and they're learning from us and taking those things that we have known traditionally or through our culture to go create a modernized version. Okay, now one thing that I learned was that the people from Asia, like different Indonesia, Chinese, Japanese, all of those, have been traveling to different African countries, and they've realized that Africans love palm oil. And Africa is as big as China. The same 1.4 billion is the same 1.4 billion. We are neck and neck. So they're seeing us as money. So if you take 1.4 billion that really, really need you versus the rest of the world, you add. I don't know, like them 4 billion, you're okay. You're good to go as a business. And so they take every little thing that Africans need, from hair to lifestyle, food stuff, whatever. So they took palm oil. They've learned that, okay, this is a tree and there's different versions of the tree. This is how you process it. And now they're processing it, then selling it back to us.
Yes.
After they have, like we say, you're not using your sense. You go and buy it. Oh, this one fine. Fine past the one they make locally. No, that's an issue. We should be able to provide for ourselves. We should manufacture for ourselves. So you see why, like, the mindset is important, and rewriting your story. If we don't rewrite this story now, we don't have a story left. And that's why even in April, we always talk about our history, culture, heritage as people. When you understand those things, it helps you to direct your path, and you know where you're heading to in the future. And all you need is God's grace, because you don't wake yourself up every morning for you to be able to achieve. But when we fail to take those things on board, you're losing sight of what your story can be. The same way how Sierra Leone was known as the rice coast. We don't even know how to feed ourselves with rice. There's no manufacturer that exists right now that can feed the nation. Do you know how sad that is? And that was part of our past. Do you want to always be going back and talking about accolade, or we were Athens of West Africa, or we've been get cotton tree? You see, cotton tree is what Athens of West Africa. We're making the same mistakes.
Yeah.
The tree has fallen. What are we doing as people?
We are watching it.
Who are you waiting for? Somebody is waiting for another person. Another person is waiting for everybody, and so nobody is doing anything because they wait for everybody, and nobody is available. You see the problems? So until we take charge, like Mr. Sandy is saying, you take control. There are things that are in our control, and there are things that are not in our control.
Yeah.
To wake up every day is not in your control. The breath you have is not in your control. It's in God's control. But you see everything else, it's in your control. So until you start looking at yourself as an individual and taking steps to be successful. Listen, we're saying it doesn't matter what you're doing. You don't need a degree. Forget paper. There's some jobs you don't need it. Like he's saying, the job I'm sitting in, I did not acquire a degree. It was based on previous experiences that has led me to where I am today. So I'm able to talk to somebody else and say the same thing. If I had sat and said, well, I wait for like a communication degree or broadcasting degree or this other degree before I'm able to do this, I would not be sitting here. And it's important that some of us who are using our skills are talking to everybody else, because you know what? The way how God has made us by default, He has embedded talents in all of us. Everybody has a talent. You see, Mr. Sandy is talking about his brother, that he can fix a headphone or whatever radio that is broken. He didn't go to school for that. Nobody taught him. It was by experiment, and he found out that he can do these things. So he now needs to invest in that.
Yeah.
Because that is what's going to make him successful in life, not going the opposite direction of where your destiny is, which is what most of us are doing. Your destiny is to be a mechanic, to be an engineer, to be IT, to be something. You're going away from your destiny. Then you say your destiny is not working. Nobody is there to support you. You're not being successful because this happened. No, because you're missing the point. So just like we're saying, you need to sit down. You need to assess, evaluate, reflect, think hard. What is the one thing that I can change that will make the biggest difference in my life? What is that one thing that will now lead me to success?
Or what is that one habit that you can change or you can drop that will transform your life? Maybe it's humanizing, maybe it's drugs abuse, too much wild party, here and there. What is that one thing you can do? So I think there are a lot of things, let us examine. I cannot examine your life, neither can you. But if you are honest with yourself, you know exactly what is wrong with you. Accept the reality and know that failure is part of the process. Know that. So I think...
Okay, so if you're just joining us, this is the brunch here on Radio Fry Fry 97.1 FM. We're on the air so from 10 a.m. till 12. We're going for the air till 12 midday. So one for move on, because on are too shy. Why not shy for call? Call we 088. Let's talk slow. 088-971-971. You see how smart we are? We take with frequency, we put it inside the number. So you're not going to miss her. No. So you're not going to forget. 971-971-088. Call we on that line and give you your story, share your own experience. Miss Richlin don't call we, don't tell we in your part, but you self get your own. We know so we get boku people that we get things them for say. So on a share. Also you able to share on we Facebook as well. Just type Radio Fry Fry. You find the live. It did it like as you land on the page. Now the first thing where you see. You go under the live, you type in your comment. In fact, one person is so skillful, he writes up a mende on Facebook. So not limit yourself, say, oh well, I want to talk about Creole. For typer now. You don't type this.
Now we know the
Me not sabi talker. So Mr. Sandy they can talk for we, but we go through the messages them whilst we wait for the phone lines them for open.
Hello?
Maybe some. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Your name and outside the call you from, please.
My name na Lawrence.
Okay.
I call from Wilkinson.
Okay. And your own contribution?
I really like the program.
Okay.
So me, the only two maybe being born for art na the program na. I believe say with all what we don't say so. Another thing would be I believe it could affect some 2-3 people. Them might also be the circle. You see the energy around you gets a lot for contribute to what you set the able for produce. Some people and they waking then a very, very toxic environment in which then consistently they get people that would they talk down at them, tell them what they're not go ever able for being accomplished. And when you did at the entire atmosphere and they for very long you they begin to get a very laid back mindset and mentality. They find out say you self they begin for struggle for belief say they will accomplish. Think they will not be you dream, think they will not be ambition, go naturally just when you say they give up on them. And I want to ask a question as what thing then kind people that will go there then kind of question them what thing would be on your advice for them?
Okay. Thank you so much for joining the show, Mr. Lawrence. And when I continue for call, we sorry on 088-971-971 for be part of the show. Mr. Sandy, one for answer.
There is this quote. They say you network determines your net worth.
Yeah.
So who are your friends? If example, me and Mary the worker. If Mary the worker faster, me the worker slower, one will figure for adjust to the person in pace.
And I ain't not going for adjust because they go before. Yeah.
Fine. So it's a two-way thing. So look at your friends. Yes, he's correct. Your friends can determine that. For me personally, I have a lot of friends, but most of my friends, I get line. You go to my house. If I'm not going for that, then say I'm indoor. Either I'm reading, I'm doing something different, or I'm always at rest. But for say I get that, come on, I go sit down. Friends get limitation because he's correct though. When your friends can be your people. Sometimes they can even envy you. Here you are, and sometimes they can even sometimes friends do pull you down. That's the reason why if you want to, sometimes one of the things you can do is protect your ideas. When you have great ideas, when you have great plans, protect them until you make them manifest, or else they will pull you down. They get some friends and they will something like what I believe is possible for me. When I decided to do that MOU with AYV, basically imagine I was just a young guy doing internship. I did that. They say they said my family told me I'm a fraudster because I need to have a comment. I need to have ABC. I don't have them. They call me a fraudster. So imagine being in such an environment. What do you think I will achieve? So sometimes what I can do, I need to talk about me nothing. You can be with those friends, but get limitations as to what kind of conversation I go into. Not to all of the plans that you tell them, because if they don't have that mindset to comprehend the vision you are trying to portray, they will never support you. They will not only discourage you, but they go and talk to other people there. Look at that. Now one can make this. You expect them to support you. The worst thing, if you have nothing to give somebody, support her with vision, with true encouragement. But if you get a friend that way not by your vision, limit you discussion with them, your engagement with them, and limit what you talk pertaining your personal life with them. If not for just football, talk about football, but don't talk about your life with them. Try to forget people them. Try to forget what you call mentors them. Mentors that can help you and get people that I love what you are doing. Do you think say for try this way? Find people that way for help you. Follow people, learn from people. You can even be mentors to somebody that you're not talking with, but you are following. So go in online, search for people that can inspire you, follow them, learn from their stories. You see, it will transform your life.
I love that recommendation or advice where you don't give. Like you say, like Lawrence say, some in a very difficult situation, even at home with them parents. And the advice where you don't give or suggestion where person can think about for say, okay, limits the communication, because some man go say, well, come on at this situation, but for some people, come on not day. And so where you say, well, the things that way like when I get commonalities on, you focus on that. The things that since you don't have a commonality on achievement, you reduce. And I love the fact that you also have a similar story to say, my parents wanted me to do this, and I chose something completely different. And when I chose that something completely different, they still had a lot to say about that. But that has not stopped you from being driven, from being focused, and to now do what you do. And now they're reflecting and say, Martin, we're proud of you. And you're looking at the same people like, You were the same ones discouraging me. Like, what happened? But your mentality of putting yourself in a positive space, and I do something similar. When I'm in a negative space, I find it very difficult to thrive. So unless I like mentally, it doesn't matter how my condition is physically, but I mentally have to put myself in a positive space and tell myself, I can do it. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes. Your name and also the call from, please.
I'm Fatma Tare, call from Congo Town.
Okay. And your own contribution?
Yeah, like when they talk no more, you see, I believe say most of you forget self-mind on anything you want to do.
Yeah.
You see, like me on history, as I mean, I go to school because of difficulty, I left school from one. So time in which they see me company and they taught, then they go school, me at the taught, they go sell.
Okay.
You know, I compare myself with some of the one that way to send me and don't even compare at school. I said, waiting, no, I said no for big drop out. So during the time when they come open this school now, St. John, now I pay, they say they don't want to pick in what they say you so.
Okay.
I begin go adult education, like I say no, I not for left out. So I go school, I begin go this adult education, say they set exam for me, because then they will not get better, will not get worse. You see, now I say, okay, then the way one go do nothing, this MCH, then they ask for criteria, say this or that. Now I say, no, me I go challenge. I sit, say 9 months, say anything where you want to do. They say you can go ahead. They say you clever. So I apply, I go to MCH. When I sit one and go, I pass.
Wow.
You see, so I come out the MCH back, I work for 5 years, I get experience, I apply back for MCH. God make us succeed back. Once and go back, I pass. I go. So they like today, me a midwife.
Wow.
So I believe that if you get self-mind, I believe that nothing other distract attention. So for say bad party or neither appear good, you not get self-mind. If you get self-mind, you get determination. You go achieve your goal. You must achieve your goal because waiting do nothing will distract your attention.
Yeah.
So not just a short story I want to some people will say, because of Paddy they cry you down. No, Paddy cry me down because you know one for senior achievement.
Of course,
but if I get my own self mind and I get me focus on this, no, this time a route when I want to follow, you must achieve it again. So now that's no more myself get for here. I just send advice to the one they look say they don't fail out. You know they look down on themselves.
Yeah.
Fight them hard.
Exactly.
The sky will be your limit.
Indeed. Thank you so much for calling. Your name again, sorry? Fatmata. Okay. Thank you so much, Fatmata, for calling into the show. Yeah, and it's exactly what you're talking about.
I think there is a quote around what you say about the direction with people. If you don't know who side they go, you can go any side.
Yeah.
Possible could be, hey, but some side they go. I know. I just say, okay, can't go left me quick.
Yeah.
So yes. So at the end of it, you go left. Yes. Wait, don't go left the person don't reach the destination.
Yeah.
You say, okay,
you back and back to you.
Yes, as you go back, that person will see you.
Yeah.
So in life, always know where your life is headed to. Focus on dating, always have that foresight. Then I think it's possible.
Indeed. Would continue with the show? You can call us on 088-971-971. You can even call in as an anonymous caller. That's what they call it, anonymous, which means you don't have to talk your name or where you call we from. But we really want for you from we listeners them. Don't be shy. This is the first step of rewriting your story. Don't be shy. First step, you need to be bold to be able to share your own story. Your story is just as important as any other person's story. Just like Fatima Sakolwi, it always say, it not been land book. It starts for land book late. But now, look at now, in a midwife. It changed in one story. Yeah. So like you back where you call we, if you're not there at the stage, you say Fatima Sade, you can tell we waiting at the one thing where they will change, where will make the biggest difference in your life. But one for move on to the comments them on Facebook. The phone lines are still open. We get 5 more minutes left, which means that we'll be able to take like 2 callers on the show before we cancel the end of the show. And no one for cancel the end of the show when I not call we. So now please call we on 088-971-971. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, your name and also the call we from, please.
Okay.
Hello? Yeah, your name and also the call we from.
I call from Ima Junction.
Okay. What's in your contribution? What do you want to talk? Hello? Okay, we'll continue with the conversation. You can call me on 088-971-971 for be part of the show and give your own story, share your experience. But we'll go with the comments then on Facebook. We have a comment from Mabinti Bangura. She says, "Blessed morning, Fry Fry Radio." And yes, blessed morning to you too. And we have a comment from Martha Alpha. She says, "Great topic. Been learning a lot these past days." Thank you, Radio Fry Fry. Well, thank you too for tuning in and listening to us. We hope that you continue to learn, because you see this 2025 game changer. Change your story. We'll continue with the comments.
And we have another one from Petros Dalton. Fry Fry Brunch Show is just the best. Captivating topics, interesting guests, amazing hosts. So much life and laughter every time you tune in. You learn, you get inspired, and your days get lightened.
I like that. Your days get lightened.
That's another one to do. That's
you take a weight off your shoulder and see a brightness that there's a future.
And we have another one from James Kelly. It's a blessed good morning, Radio Fry Fry. Thank you guys for this wonderful topic. The choices we make will make us or break us.
Exactly.
Yeah. Decisions defines destiny.
Oh, I love that. I love that as a comment.
Caption. Decisions define destiny. And this is Ibrahim Miti. I'm watching you from Dubai.
I can't squeeze in your language, sorry.
I would have. And we have another one from the same James Kali.
Engagement question. Yeah. It said the answer.
The mindset.
Yeah.
Basically. Summarize.
Change your mind. The one thing that you have to change is your mindset.
Yeah. And we have from Sexy Side, he says, adopting a growth mindset. This means embracing challenges, persisting through setbacks, and seeking feedback. I think that's another thing as well we don't do. But Mr. Sandy did mention it, to seek feedback. You went to the CEO for Afrigas, and you were seeking feedback, and he was able to guide you. He was open enough to able to guide you, and you were willing to receive those feedbacks as well.
And that normally do help shape the way how you do things. You know? But most people are afraid. Maybe some people are not used to criticism. When you criticize them or give them, sometimes no matter the criticism, it can be constructive if you are honest with yourself. If somebody says something negative about you, look at the angle is coming from. Is he being positive or is just being negative? If it's negative, ignore. But if it is positive, even from the nonsense, pick the sense from the nonsense. Then try to see how can you upgrade from those things. The man from Africa, when I went there, when we had the discussions, he's the kind of man, when you present your ideas to him, it's not just going to accept or go ahead with it. He wants to see the full picture of what you want to do, the impact you will create. You know, when you present it this way, no, let's just look at it from this angle. You know, from those discussions, you learn a lot, and that has really helped me even in my business pursuit. So it's really important.
We'll continue with the messages. James, you're one of the people who want to kill us. Yeah, this is Monday, Mr. Sandy. Please, if you are able to.
Leni, Kobi wote ma.
Hey. Nyaye nyali.
Naye.
Kobi wote Moingo. Hey. Be Wotela. What you want be? I think so.
We made it to the end.
Yeah.
Listen, if you want to let the voice sound perfect, call we. You talk and find now. Because I manage with money. We have a comment from Benson. He says, amazing. Thank you. You guys are still not telling us what you're seeing different, man. Come on. It's been 3 days.
3 days.
Today's Wednesday.
We have another one from Margaret Kanu, and it reads, great and very interesting topic. I love listening to Radio Fry Fry. Thank you. We love seeing your comments as well. And we have another one from Precious Fofana. Join us in listening to the Brunch Show at Radio Fry Fry 97.1 every Monday to Friday. Radio Fry Fry. We talk. You listen.
It said we talk. Well,
now
is the other
now you they talk.
Yeah, when they talk, we
they
listen. Okay, I think that's the last comment for now. And of course, we've come to the end of the show. We want to summarize the topic of discussion today. Mr. Sandy, any last words? Like one of our commentators said, one of the things you can change that can make the biggest difference is mindset. But maybe on your side, you have a different summary. How would you summarize a way to encourage our listeners and our viewers on Radio Fry Fry?
I think he's correct. You need to change, changing the mindset will change your life for good. So I think my only advice here is this. As a young man, I know it's hard when you're not able to achieve your goals. It's hard where your family is so much rely on you, but couldn't deliver or live up to the expectations or reach the level where they want you to be.
Yeah.
It's hard seeing your friends are progressing and yet see you are still stuck to where you are. But one thing you need for know here is you don't need to forget everything for do everything.
Sure.
Recently, as 3 months ago, a friend reached out to me on WhatsApp. He say he's tired. He don't do beaucoup thing. He's tired. He want to go into a business, but not get the resources. Now I tell him, say, but you are into fast food. He say yes. Because he open a catering institution, he can teach, but that's still not the generate revenue. How about you transform that? So I think within a few days he had an idea. Now what he do? He take a flyer, post them. They put the things where the food that he creates, the menu per day. Those way like they put in the order, they pay in advance or something. They say I want this, so they take money, pre-finance the thing, go buy, come, it deliver them. As a result, inside in your house, you don't get in your fast food restaurant. It's making money out of it. So yes, it happen. So basically, no need to forget everything before you get started. Be disciplined in whatever you do. Be focused, consistent. Failure is part of the process. Mr. Say don't fail. The MOU I signed with AYV, that should have been my breakthrough. But I didn't get the support I needed at that time. Maybe that wasn't my time. One thing about life here is this: success they come at the right time. But you have to go through the process. Like the Kentucky man we talk about. Life was teaching him a lesson that all those parts he was striving, that was not the right path he was supposed to be. Had he not failed, had he been comfortable, he would have been, if I don't create that global brand today, we don't create. So, no say life is a process. If God make you, he get a purpose for you. But you have to embrace that purpose and they stay on to the path. Continue doing what you do. Sometimes that hardship you are going through, that setback you are going through, is a melting process that will they make you a new person. Because I could remember if maybe 10 years ago, I before I achieve, something I follow ravish life, I follow live life, make some decisions, which did I go live with. But now that I don't mature enough, I don't think say na all I go put on par. So sometimes in life, you might be ready, you might. If you feel like you want to achieve, but when God's time is not the best, you're patient and wait. Because if you rush and get it now, you might end up making wrong decisions and you regret them. That's what we see. We see young people today, they come at the limelight before they don't make them. But what happens? They ravish the resources that they get before. Because life is a season. When the season dawns now, when you see them, you'll be like, that person today ain't this. But when you go through the process, when the hard times hits you, you continue for persistent, and be creative. And resourcefulness is very key because resources are not always there. But when you are resourceful and they help you for use the little resources that you have, you will see that the maturity you get. Sometimes if you be just America, you want to go. Maybe you will not stop at America again. You travel around the world because of what you have gone through. People will be willing to listen to your story. So wherever you are this morning, listening to us and watching us live, don't give up.
So fun. Oh my gosh.
Don't give up.
Emotional. He's making me emotional.
Don't give up.
After we go talk about life.
Listen, if you want to reach out to Mr. Sandy, he is on Facebook. You just type Martin Sandy, and you've seen his face on Fry Fry. Look for our flyer, and you'll be able to have access to him. I think he's a great person. He's a great personality. He's a great individual with so much wealth and knowledge. And also, he got those through his failures, like he said, and it has made him this strong backbone person that's speaking to you today. So if you're not inspired by him, listen, I don't even know what to tell you. Other inspiration you need right now, because I'm sitting here and he's inspiring me. And I just want to read the verse of the day and the quote of the day just one more time before we end. That will just be our own conclusion from Radio Fry Fry. The verse of the day is saying from Proverbs. It says, "In all toil there is profit, but mere talk tends only to poverty." And our quote for the day, which is
from George Eliot.
He says, "It is never too late," and he's very intentional on the word never. It's never too late to be what you might have been. Hope you have a blessed and a wonderful day. This is Radio Fry Fry.
Mama, you don't sew me clothes? Mama!
Yes.
What do you they do?
I don't sew the skirts though. Now just the top from now left.
What do you mean by don't sew the skirt? Momo service don't start and they keep us saying
Give me 25 minutes, man. I just the top from wait.
Mama, I don't get time.
Wait, 25 minutes. Now I have